Hello friends, welcome to Magic with Melly. I have a few downloads for collective here, so we're going to hold space for those and get into some cards. But essentially, you'll know when you're not supposed to be somewhere, when there's a lot of blockages that tend to want to get in the way. Sometimes it's a matter of timing. Maybe something else has to come first. Maybe it's just not the place, period. Maybe not the time, whatever it is, okay? There's just something specific about needing to see obstacles as seeing obstacles as other way, or are you willing to jump? I'm also hearing divine timing when it comes to fixing things, or just surrendering certain things when it comes to fixing things. Like some things are just not for you to fix. They're not for you to have your hand and help, because it's karma. It's like karma works differently here than you have been understanding. And what I mean by this is the left side of my car, my ex put profanity on this side of the car. And I'm like, I don't want to drive around with the word on my car. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. It's shitty. But that's not my energy to take in. That's their energy. They are shameful. They are shitty. They're horrible for attacking me. Yeah, sure, our connection ended on bad terms, but that doesn't condone what he did, okay? And so I'm like, I want to fix it, but I'm like, I don't deserve putting money out to fix this. My mom doesn't deserve putting money out to fix this. I'm like, this isn't on me. This is something he did. So I didn't fix it. I drove around with that word on my car. I even put a sticker on it. I put my sticker, my logo on it. But I didn't fix it. I just trusted Spirit will fix it. Because I don't have that power to fix someone or fix something someone did. Spirit does. So I just trusted God, trusted Spirit here, and just left it alone. I could have retaliated, and I'm the specific message I think the Spirit wants me to, the reason why I'm sharing my personal story is that the real test is how you treat people who mistreat you. This person drove 2 hours to my house, and outside of my house attacked the car maybe once, twice, thrice. The first time, nobody saw it, okay? They probably put some liquid in my gas tank and some other stuff, okay? The first time, there was no physical damage. It was just the liquid was put in there and my car shut down. And so it was could not even track the person. But then there was physical damage the second time. So then they thought that they can come thrice, and by then I had a camera up. There is a level of protection you have that you can give to yourself. That if you have a missing tool, you need to go and get that tool. Spirit kept telling me camera. And I was like, why? And I didn't see it because I didn't have the tool to see it. But then when I was like, okay, I should have listened. And I put the camera, and then maybe a little bit after, there was footage of what they did to my car. And though I didn't have the previous 2 footages, it's the fact that I listened to Spirit at all. Okay, maybe I could have listened a little earlier, but but at the same time, my ego had limitations on me, and I did need to receive, in some way, shape, or form. I did say in a previous reading, when I was 18, I was so scared I drove away when I scraped the back of someone's car. And it was like literally like no one got hurt. Probably the bumper, it was like the bumper, so it was like bumpers don't get that damaged. Anyway, I was so scared I drove away. I didn't say anything, I didn't leave a note. I was like so scared and I forgot about it. And divine timing and karma shows you at the right time. And you know, my Saturn return is around, and it's like everything you ever built up karma for or with, it surfaces in your 30s, in every 30-year interval. So yeah, when I was 18 that happened. So I had some car karma coming back to me, but as intense as it was that my ex attacked me, I did not deserve what he did to me. And I did not deserve fixing what he did to me. Like, I healed myself, like my body, my person, but the physical, like the material objects he affected by trying to attack me, that's not for me to fix. Those are things like those, I just take that as a loss. I'm just like, that's not for me to fix. I just accept the loss, accept that it's part of choosing not to be with this person. I'm seeing a lot of the bad experiences that, like now, that would have came in my future. It's like, it just, me cutting the cords, whatever intentions he had for me, he just couldn't. So he just, whatever is left is what's left, and that's what he gave, and it was all evil. I do not accept anymore. I thought I had love. I thought I was sold a lot of things. I was sold someone who was just interested in saying whatever to get what you want, and that's not fair to have someone around you that's like that. Someone in collective has this, someone willing to say whatever to get whatever. Ooh, you'll be in some rude awakening by continuing to let someone like this in. Because when they don't get what they want, imagine what they're willing to say and do. If they're willing to say and do anything to get anything, then when they don't get what they want, imagine they're going to be able to do the same thing, say and do anything to because they didn't get what they wanted. Dangerous. Dangerous. It's inspiring because they get a lot of what they want, right? But then, are they compounding karma by receiving in fucked up ways, using fucked up ways? So you may think, oh, this person's got everything. How are they getting everything though? Are they honest people? Are they truth tellers? Sometimes there is like deals with the devil here, and like people are promised, like, if you do this, you'll get this. If you do this, you'll get this. If they don't do this, I don't know, like, just domino effect in a bad way, okay? Someone's not happy, then it makes more people unhappy, and it makes more people unhappy. Should domino affect your desires, not domino affect your deals, okay? One deal doesn't go through, then all the other deals flop. Oops. But speaking on karma here, so it's like, you can't escape from your karma. You can think you can exchange it. You can, you think you can give your situation to someone else. You really can't. It stays with you. And spirit will even laugh with you and be like, ha, you thought. Ooh, yikes. Because there's an energy of like trying to stop the unstoppable. It's like spirit's going to make you think that you stopped them. And it's like, really, you didn't. And then you're going to see that they're going to keep going. And then the karma comes back and then you are stopped. lots of shit in your life has stopped because you've been trying to stop the unstoppable. The fact that you're here is God's plan. You're part of God's plan just because you exist. So give yourself more credit for existing. How much power is that? The fact that you are standing, like, literally shakes people in their boots. It leaves people, like, so scared. People wonder, okay, someone like me, I'm a double leg amputee. People literally look at me and like, how are you standing? People send attacks my way and they're like, how are you still smiling? Someone I worked with literally said, I would have killed myself if I were you. Like, they couldn't live as me. They couldn't live like me. What does that mean, though? Through their eyes, they're just a really shitty ableist that cannot handle disability. I don't know, like, looking at it, being around it, something with it. So they just, I don't know, they had to speak their piece, and it's like, that wasn't really peaceful. It was really, actually really disturbing, like, coming from, like, I can also resonate, though. Like, I did have those thoughts, but they're not worth your energy, your time, your space. The fact that you're here is God's plan. So, like, trust God put you here because you're meant to be here. Anyone who makes you think or feel otherwise is just wrong. They're so wrong. They're not God's children. They're people of demonic energy. Like, this person was not a kind soul if they could even form a phrase like that. Like, they think that someone like me should die, you know, like that someone like me should kill themselves, like that they wouldn't be able to live like a long, happy life. Yeah, fuck yeah, I can, and I am. Beware of anybody who just gives you opposite energy, period. You go, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, and they laugh. Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, and they're like, I don't go to the gym. It's not an influence you need in your life. Opposing energy, that's not an influence you need. It doesn't matter what the context is. I really liked her. I didn't like her. What? You're going to be wondering why, and then they have their space to say all the reasons why they don't like that person, then suddenly you don't like that person. How's that fair? Like, no opposing energy in this space unless you want it. Unless you're asking for it. Same thing with advice, okay? Don't receive advice if you weren't even asking for advice. I do this all the time with one of my parental figures, always giving me advice, and I'm like, I didn't ask you. Especially, like, some of you are, like, have learned a lot from your parent figures, and it was, like, lots of resistance, lots of fear, lots of being stuck, lots of shit, okay? And then they think that they can give you advice because they're older than you. No. I literally threw the card. And I was scared. I threw it out the window. Someone needs to throw situations or perspectives out the window. Or, like, air it out. Open the window, air things out. I don't know. Talk a little more. Someone needs to use their wand a little less. King of Wands. Reverse. Someone needs to think less from that space. Okay. I'm going to do some synchronicity drops. Someone could wear camo. Someone could drive a Tahoe. Someone could drive a Jeep. The color green is significant. Avocados. Someone could wear like those sweatbands when you work out. Like those wristbands and things. Someone has a lanyard like that has like your ID on it. I don't know, maybe that's like work for you. I'm also hearing like be careful of taking work home and home to work. Like, don't talk about your home problems at work. Don't talk about your work problems at home. Like, of course, your person, like your home space, like you're gonna want to keep everyone updated, but kind of keep things where they belong. Two cups. Oh yeah, the whole thing about how I was saying like some things are just not for you to fix. Spirit eventually fixed the whole car situation. Like, I didn't want to pay for what my ex did to me. That's not something I need to pay for. He needs to pay for what he did to me. He did that, so he takes responsibility for that. Whatever he's not taking responsibility for, Spirit takes. Whatever I don't take responsibility for, Spirit take. Like, whatever is too much, Spirit handles it. So I'm like, it's not for me to fix. I give it to Spirit. I give it to God. I give it to my ex. If he, on a human level, was like, can be like, yeah, I'm a fucked up person. I came and attacked your car. I thought this. I'm fucked up. I was wrong. All these things. And even gave me the money to fix it. Great. But Spirit gave him the time to do it. He didn't. So then it's in Spirit's hands to fix it. And so when the car got fixed and my ex wasn't the one that paid for it, it was the person who didn't check their blind spot and they switched lanes into me on accident. Their insurance paid for his profanity. I know Spirit took care of me, so now they're also going to take care of him. And I don't know if it's going to be violent. I don't know if it's going to be malicious. I don't know if it's going to be the same energy that he initially delivered. It might be a different energy because so much time has passed. He's a different person. I'm a different person. My life circumstances are different. His life circumstances are different. It's not for me to care about what his karma is. I'm just happy my car is back better than before. At the point of the attack, I was moving on. And I held that intention. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. But like, there was maybe up to 2 or 3 attacks. So this person could not handle me moving on. But me holding that intention is like, at some point they realize I'm not going to change my mind. But the point of me holding the intention of I'm moving on is that other points in, like, I wasn't manipulated out of other points in my life, whereas like some people will hold finances over you. Some people will hold, like, literally try and inflict damage so that you have a hard time financially. There could be just like obstacles that are made so that it's harder for you to move. It's like, as hard as he made it for me to move on, I'm still moving on. Some of you just need to hold this intention. Like, I knew I needed to move on from this person. I knew it, and I held on to, you're moving on, you're moving on, you're moving on, you're moving on. And every time I affirmed it, then he showed me something, like another reason why I'm moving on. And it kept getting worse. That's fucking psycho. But someone can try and make your intentions or your decision weak, getting you to question like why you think or choosing or deciding the way that you are. You know. You're the only one who knows what it's like to be you. I'm hearing microaggressions. Literally, don't. Oh my gosh. The validation. Okay, you're like, oh, this person treated me like shit. And then like no one else sees it. Fuck off on that energy. They're not seeing you then. You're literally saying something happened to you and no one sees it. They're also not your friends. They're also part of the problem. And I take this so seriously because it's about safety, friends. I'm not just trying to make you feel scared. That's not my intention. But there is things to be afraid of. It's like really, the little me came out, okay? Scared. There could be things that you should be afraid of, and you should see that, and like take care of it, work with it. Know what's allowed, what's not allowed. It's not allowed to have people who mean danger for you around. The fact that there was any damage on my car, it doesn't matter if it was the first time, second time, third time, the fact that they did anything validates why I'm moving on. Then they do this and this to get you to change your mind or get you to like doubt your decision. Like, no, I actually need this person, or no. Do not doubt yourself here. If it feels unsafe, it is unsafe. Don't let your curiosity get you too deep. You may be curious, like, why am I getting this bad energy from this person? They seem so good. Some people are like, it's just curious. Do not release the Kraken when it comes to this, okay? Do not. Release attachments to outcome. Like I really was attached to thinking like, oh, I was sold something really good, okay, in the beginning. So then I was like, this is my person. But then sex manipulates things. Sex shifts things. It gives you rose-colored glasses, okay? And then sex is a spiritual thing. And suddenly his spiritual guides were talking to me, and my spiritual guides were, where are they? They were near, but it's like his spiritual guides were able to talk to me like my guides were able to talk to me. Yeah, but this person was choosing demons. This person has demons around them. This person has struggled. This person has projection. This person, like, so then all of his spirit was coming in here, and like spirit comes in strong. Spirit comes in some type of way, okay? And I just had a hard time with like what he was dealing with, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with what you're dealing with. It's not safe for me. Maybe his thoughts went there, and I'm like, I can't have my thoughts go there. Like, I'm too important to have my thoughts go towards self-harm and self-deprecating and like bad behaviors. If that's where he's at, I surrendered to, I can't fix that. I can fix that for me, but I can't fix that for him. Then I was gaslit, like, why can't you be there for someone? Like, I don't know, like some sort of practice what you preach type of bullshit. And I'm like, no, deal with your own fucking shit, dude. literally he repeated with me what he did with his exes, and like I'm just like disgusted essentially, because it's like he set them up. Everything he told me his exes did, it was him that he did that to me. Maybe that's karmic justice, you know, maybe he needed to be the role his exes did to him, or I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. This is psycho shit. And you choose. Do you welcome this psycho shit in your life or not? You know, the only psycho that's allowed in your life is your own psychosis. Brain process. You know, and like there's alignment and misalignment. So if someone doesn't think the same way that as you do, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you don't have to be around it. Someone isn't the same way as you, like, yeah, you don't have to be around it. Just like how you're saying, like, oh, I'm gonna start going to the gym, and then someone's like, I don't go to the gym. That's them, that's you, okay? They're the type that doesn't go to the gym. You're the type that wants to start going to the gym. You need friends that go to the gym. If you're looking at your friends, like, okay, for example, I love singing and dancing. And so finding other people who love singing and dancing and aren't afraid to just do it in public and just do it everywhere you go, or even just do it, you know, like in a setting where it's for that, everywhere I go, okay? But I'm not forcing anybody to be my friend. I'm not forcing anyone to go anywhere either, you know, like some of you make things harder than it needs to be. Stop asking friends to go places they don't want to go. So you invite someone, they don't, you know, the energy's kind of okay, you don't deserve just a experience. You deserve a fuller experience. So expand there, you know, find friends in the places you want to be. The Magician reverse, 8 of Cups. Yeah, someone's having a hard time manifesting their solo journey or their self-love journey because they think that people can come along. No, they can't. Your self-love journey is all you, babe. It becomes like the right people show up where you do. Naturally. The Devil reverse. Like right now in this moment, I'm in my car at the park. And in this time that I've been in my car at the park, I have my sunroof open, I have my window open. There's been people coming in and out of their cars. There's been people hanging out in their cars. There are other people who have their cars. They're in their cars and their windows are open. They can probably overhear this entire reading. I trust that the people that are in my surroundings, maybe they need to hear some of the messages that are coming to collective. You know, like just trust that wherever you go, the right people are there too. You don't have to ask anybody to go. You don't have to force anybody to go. The people that are meant to be there are going to be there. You can make plans, right? If there's someone special enough for you and you feel that alignment and you want to continue that alignment, yes, make plans. Okay, continue to make plans. But there's an energy of like forcing, like where you're like, where you just want someone to be a constant. So you're constantly inviting them, and it's like you're failing to see yourself as your own constant. You are the constant in your life. You are in every experience you have. You sleep with yourself. You're in every waking moment with yourself. You are with yourself when you are with somebody else. You are with yourself always. Okay, so some of you are looking for a constant in your life when the constant has always been you. The friend you always needed was you. You needed yourself. You've always needed yourself. But whether you provide you for yourself, whether you provide for yourself, that's another chapter. That's another, you know, session here. But what I'm really giving is like the devil reverse is really like release yourself of chains towards people or towards like how a situation or like something should go. Yeah, plans are plans, but like if someone doesn't make, okay, so you make plans, you want to do something. Okay, say you and a person want to go to a party. That person decides they don't want to go, but you still want to go. Are you going to be stuck to this person and what they decide for themselves? Because they don't want to go, now you're not going? You still want to go, so what's stopping you from going? It's your chain to that person, as like you want them to be a constant, or you want them to be like in the experience, but it's like you just need to be in the experience. You are the experience. You are what you're looking for. In anybody, in anything, anywhere, anything, just whatever. Okay. Yeah. And you maybe, okay, then in the same example, your friend decides not to go, you decide to go, because them not wanting to go, maybe it didn't change whether or not you wanted to go. Okay, because sometimes the experience was your friend and you wanted to share the experience with your friend. So if your friend, they have these details and maybe it was a flop, but sometimes you still want to go even if your friend doesn't want to go. There's an element of safety. Okay, don't just go anywhere by yourself. Sometimes it's safer to have a friend. Be careful there. But say you decide to go to the party or the event by yourself, you end up meeting new friends there. That's alignment, because they brought themselves to a space that you also brought yourself to, that same space. Like something mutual, and everyone that showed up at the party brought everyone, it drew everyone there. So like, you just got to trust that you're drawn to the right people and places, that you don't have to do anything specific other than self-fulfillment, self-pleasure, self-love. You are the driver of your life. You are the conductor of your life. Everything's going to be okay. Bye, friends.